So you must be interested in learning about the schools in the Boise, Idaho area. So you've come to the right place. I'm Summer Aston. I'm a realtor with Silver Creek Realty Group here in the Boise area. And this is video 2 in my 4-part series about the school choices in Idaho. This one's going to be all about charter schools. And if you need any more information, check out the links below, or you can check out my website. Let's get started and get educated about education. You've probably heard about charter schools, and maybe they are an important part of your education system where you live, and maybe they're not. Well, in the Boise area, charter schools are an important part of our educational choices. So what exactly are charter schools? Well, according to the State Board of Education, they are mission-driven education operated by independent boards. They have the same rules and regulations as public schools, and they follow the same testing standards. So they still teach Common Core standards. They have the freedom to operate under a mission or a certain focus and to integrate the educational state standards with those focuses. In Idaho, we have what we call an online or a virtual charter school choice, and we also have the physical charter schools. Let's start with the virtual charter schools. Idaho has 9 online or virtual charter school options, and they were originally developed to help the rural students have the same educational opportunities that the kids in the bigger cities did, but parents are finding them useful in many other ways. So for example, my son was very ill in 3rd grade and he could not go to public school. So we enrolled him in the online public charter school. They sent him all of the curriculum, which some of it was physical and some of it was online. There was a teacher that oversaw the whole thing, and it was all free. He was able to do his 3rd grade year and keep up with everybody else. He really enjoyed the curriculum. It was engaging and it was fun. Another way I've seen lots of parents using the online charter schools is if they want to take time off to travel, just 3 months or maybe a year, whatever, and then their kids can stay up to date, and it takes a little bit of weight off the parents' shoulders on trying to come up with curriculum because they can just keep up to date on the state standards and have another teacher kind of be accountable for that. So it's a really great option that Idaho offers. Check out the links down below for more information about these virtual charter schools. Most of them are for K through 12th grade. There are a couple that are just 9th to 12th grade. There are 2, I Succeed and Idaho Connects Online, and they are to be for alternative charter schools. And so they are meant for students who have other things going on in their lives that's preventing them from going to the public alternative high school. And that gives them the flexibility to take care of whatever they need to in their life and still graduate from high school. If your student attends online charter school, they can still participate in the local public schools arts and sports programs or after-school programs. And they can also still participate in the advanced opportunity programs for high schools that help them to get some college credit while they're in high school. There is another online public schooling option. It kind of falls between a charter and school and a public school. It's called IDLEA, which stands for Idaho Distance Learning Academy. It's not a charter school, but it works hand in hand with the public schools. You can find out more about it through the school's counselors. It starts from 8th grade and goes to 12th grade. So the purpose of it is also to help rural students have more educational opportunities, but it's also to fill in any gaps that may happen in your child's education. So say that you move from a different state and you move with high schoolers and they don't meet the Idaho state requirements for graduation. They can take their classes through IDLEA online in the summer or in the evenings, and they can still make up for graduation. Another example is my daughter used to fill her electives with music classes, and so she needed to take some more classes in order to meet her graduation requirements. She would do those online through IDLEA to go over and above what she was already taking. And kids can use that to graduate early as well. So there is a fee with the classes if you are using it to do something like go to the public school in the morning and then have a job in the afternoon, and then you need to make up those credits online through IDLEA. But if you carry a full load and then you take extra classes through IDLEA, the Fast Forward program will pay for those extra credits. And IDLEA is the provider of a lot of the concurrent enrollment classes as well. Public charter schools, oh my goodness, if you're looking for choices in public schooling, then those charter schools around here have that for you. Pretty much any town you live in the Boise area is going to have at least a few public charter schools. There are 46 around the state of Idaho, and most of them are in the Boise area. So it's easy to find one that fits your students' needs. In Idaho, the public charter schools test at about 10% higher overall than the traditional public schools, and that's open to a lot of interpretation. But there are 22,000 students in the state of Idaho who attend the public charter schools, which makes up about 7% of the population of students. Charter schools do require that you apply far in advance, and they usually allow entrance through a lottery system, but they give preference to students who live within the boundaries and who have a sibling already attending the school. So there is a misconception that charter schools don't have to follow the state standards. That's not true. They do teach Common Core, but they do have more freedom in choosing their mission or their focus and weaving that in to the state standards as they teach. And it's a little bit easier to implement because usually they have smaller campuses. There's so many different choices in charter schools here. I cannot tell you about them all, so check out the links down below if you want to find some more information, but I will give you a few examples of them. There are kindergarten through 8th grade programs, kindergarten through 12th grade programs, and just 9th through 12th grade schools as well. And they focus on anything from STEM to the arts, to the medical arts, technology, to using the Harbor method, using classical education methods, the Waldorf method, and there's even a new one that is trying out using the 7 habits of the leadership system. Whether your student is headed for a medical career, a career in the performing arts, or a career in technology, there is certainly something for everyone with the Idaho charter schools. Does this mean that those schools that are focused on arts or science, for example, are going to have stronger programs than the traditional public schools? Well, not necessarily, possibly and possibly not. That's why it's so important for you to do your due diligence, talk to neighbors, go visit the schools, and see what's going to be a good fit for your student. When it comes to the sporting programs, the charter schools do generally have very limited sports options. When you get to the upper grades in the junior high and high school levels, they will compete against the other charter schools and sometimes the private schools in the area, but they will be competing at a lower division. Are you feeling a little bit more educated about the educational choices in Idaho? Well, I hope so. And guess what? There are more. So we are going to be doing more videos. I will have video number 3 will be about the private school options in Idaho, and video 4 will be about those dual enrollment options and homeschooling options. So like and subscribe if you want to see more videos and keep track of what's going on here in Boise, Idaho. If you are interested in moving to Boise, or you have any more questions and want more information, check out my website, summerastonrealestate.com. And I hope you have a wonderful day.